I think summer can be a really difficult season to dress for. If you live in the UK or somewhere with a similar climate, the weather can be very unpredictable and we're not always the most prepared. And when I'm rushing around every day, I often find myself leaning towards simple, uncomplicated outfits that I know are going to be practical. I'm a big fan of basics, but admittedly when it comes to summer dressing, sometimes I feel like my outfits can be a little bit boring, and I think I've found out that the key is elevated basics. And these are still your simple, versatile pieces that go with everything, but they're also the ones that just have a little bit of extra something to them. Maybe it's the fabric, the design, the cut, just those little intricate details that just make the outfit feel a little bit more exciting. I'm working with Fabrique on this video and I've chosen a few pieces to add to my summer wardrobe. If you haven't heard of Fabrique, they are a collective designer website with over 300 contributing designers, many of which have worked for huge fashion houses like Bottega Veneta, Victoria Beckham, and even our most favourite high street stores like COS. If you're a fan of any of those designers, even if it's just eyeing from afar, you can find exclusive collections on Fabrique by those same creatives. And the beauty of having so many contributing designers is that there's so much diversity on their site that you can always find something that speaks to your personal style. So the first item I picked out is this waistcoat that I'm wearing now, and it's a beigey colour and it's a linen and silk blend, and the quality is just incredible. It's a really lovely thick material, but it's not rigid. It's very movable, breathable. On the website, it of course tells you all about the product, and there's lots of photos and videos, which I always think is a really great feature to have on websites, because sometimes you need to just gauge how something fits or what the fabric's like. So when you have a lot of pictures and videos to look through, I always find that really useful. This piece is by a designer called Thomas Wakeford, and as you can see on the website here, he's worked for Victoria Beckham. You can also see some other pieces in his collection with Fabrique, so if you like something by someone in particular, you can find new and unique inspiration by looking at what else they've designed, which I think is just really cool. Next, I have this black t-shirt maxi dress by the Fabrique Essentials range, and I just absolutely love one and done pieces like this. You guys know I've got a couple of shirt dresses and I always gravitate towards those. I know they're a bit different to a t-shirt dress, but it's that same concept of something just being easy, a one and done piece, fits really well, it's long, another lovely thick great quality piece. Next I have this beautiful little summer slip dress by Marco Marone. It's a silk midi dress, and this is just such a classic summer piece. You cannot go wrong with something like this. It will be a very hard-working item in your wardrobe for years to come, and the fact that it's silk just feels so summery, such beautiful quality. It's such a lovely dress. Great for occasions like weddings, for example. Also just a lovely day dress and something that you can layer up throughout the summer as well if the weather's not so great. Then I have this pair of white tailored trousers by a designer called Megan Roche, and I just think that these are the epitome of an elevated basic. So these trousers are a barrel leg shape, which obviously just gives them a bit more of an interesting look than just a regular wide leg or a straight leg. They then have this seam down the front of the trousers, which I absolutely love, and it may seem like a really small detail, but this is the kind of thing that I mean when I talk about elevated basics. It's just that extra added detail that can add so much. I think a lot of trousers, when you buy them, they have the press crease, so when you wash the trousers or you iron them, that's gone and you don't get that same really smart tailored look that you got when you first bought the trousers, but because it's sewn in on these ones, you always have that, and I just think it makes them look really smart. And then by the same designer, I have this really cute little polka dot cami top, which I think is just really sweet. I don't have a lot of pretty tops or going out tops, so the combination of this polka dot one and the little waistcoat, I feel like I'm really topped up on some good summer tops now. It's actually really heavy too, like it's such good quality. It's lined underneath, so it also gives it a bit of volume. So I'm going to pair these pieces with some elevated basics from my own wardrobe and show you how to create some versatile summer looks. This first look features one of my favourite items for summer, which is a linen shirt. I just love the natural looking airy fabric of a linen shirt. It's so breathable and light, but having the long sleeves also means that it's quite easy to wear if it's not as warm outside, which is, you know, a lot of the time in the UK. I recently bought this one from COS and I think it was such a good purchase. It's thicker, it's an oversized piece, and it's not see-through, which is very important. I've paired this with my wide leg jeans, a little belt, just to create a really effortless look. I've also added my ATP Atelier flip-flops, which you could obviously swap out if it's raining, for example. I've paired the polka dot top with some satin trousers for my next look. And I think satin trousers or skirts, shirts, dresses, basically satin as a material, is just such an underrated piece that's going to make any outfit feel so much more exciting. And if it's not quite warm enough for linen, I think satin trousers are a really good substitute. I've made this look slightly more dressy with some heels and a little bag, but you could also style satin trousers really easily for the daytime by just swapping out the polka dot top for a t-shirt and a little cardigan, some trainers, really easy. Going back to linen for this next look because I just love it so much, and I wanted to show you that you can still get your wear out of linen even if the weather's not so great. So for this look I have this brown linen maxi skirt from Naked Fashion, which is a really good length on me, and it's a lovely floaty shape, and for me this is one of those elevated basics. It's not necessarily because it has an extra special detail, it's actually just because it fits in a really good way. I'm very tall, and the fact that this is such a good length on me means that I just feel great when I wear it. It doesn't have to be about pieces that have extra special details, it can just be something that looks great on you, and for me this is one of those pieces that does that. So I've paired this with just a plain white vest top, and instead of tucking it in, I'm actually just going to leave it untucked. I think tucking something in is a bit of a default for a lot of us, especially maybe the millennials among us, but recently if I've had a tighter vest top or a little baby t-shirt, obviously something that's quite slim fitting, I find that leaving it untucked, obviously it has to go with the right outfit, so sometimes you just need to experiment a bit, but actually leaving it untucked, I feel like it just makes an outfit look really effortless and chic, and I've just been really enjoying doing that. So little style hack for you there if it's not something you considered. Leave your tops untucked. It's been a bit of a game changer for me. I love white trousers or denim for summer because even if it's a cold day and you're wearing it with a jumper or something, they just instantly brighten up an outfit and make it feel a bit more summery. So here I'm wearing the Megan Roche white trousers, and I've just paired this with a black linen t-shirt, obviously linen, very summery material, also just a little bit different to cotton as well. I don't know how well you can see on camera, but this t-shirt has a little bit of texture to it, and I feel like it's just something a little bit different. Again, those elevated basics, it's just a slightly different material and texture that adds a little something to an outfit. It's also a really lovely, breathable, lightweight material. I've made this look feel slightly smarter by adding a blazer and some little sandals, but this is such a great base layer. You can swap and change it as you like. You can just add in some trainers if it's slightly cooler, or a little cardigan over the top, and you're good to go. You guys know, I'm a huge t-shirt and vest wearer, so I've been very excited to style this waistcoat because it's just something a little different for me. It goes with all of the same things that a t-shirt would go with, but it just makes the outfit feel so much more exciting. And I love that this is linen and silk because that texture just makes it feel a little bit more summery. And yeah, I've just paired this look with my very trusty, well-loved Levi's ribcage jeans. I really like the contrast of the dark denim with this outfit. It's also a really great way to get somewhere out of your darker denim in the summer as well, because I feel like normally you go for a lighter colour, but actually I quite like the contrast of this. And then I've just added my A. Emery sandals again, which I think just makes the outfit feel really stylish. I love these sandals, they just go with everything. And then lastly, I wanted to show you how you can take your really summery pieces like the silk midi dress and wear them day to day if the weather's not so great. And this is really not a revolutionary tip. It seems very obvious, but I think sometimes we just forget to experiment with our wardrobe. So I'm basically just gonna pair a t-shirt over this dress, add a blazer and put on my very well-loved Veja trainers. And it's basically just like wearing a little floral midi skirt, which I love. I'm a big fan of those. I don't currently have one in my wardrobe. This has made me realise that I really miss them because I used to get a lot of wear out of a couple that I had a few years ago. I think I actually shrunk it in the washing machine, which is not good. But yeah, I really like how this look turned out, just really simple and easy. But I think, as I was saying, sometimes you just forget that you can do more with the pieces that you have and adapt them for a whole bunch of different occasions and weather types. So yeah, I love how this one turned out. So that is all of the outfits that I wanted to show you in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful. I will leave everything linked in the description box below, as always, plus a discount code for Fabrique if you wanted to check out their website. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!